Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it just like the sunrise. We gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it just like the sunrise. We gonna let it rain.
Hey everyone, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome into part 1 of part 2 live for today, because we will be doing a live this evening as well. But I wanted to come on and I wanted to talk to you guys really quick about what's going on in the Kada Scott disappearance. So welcome in everybody. I know this was short notice. I was going to do a pre-recorded and then I was like, you know what, let me just jump on and do a quick live and give you guys the info that I have, that I know that I can give to you guys. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with what the case is about, and then we'll move on from there, just in case there's anybody that comes in and they don't know who Kada Scott is and they don't know what's going on. So Kada was last seen on the evening of October the 4th of this year when she left her home to go for an overnight shift at a senior living facility in Philadelphia. Her car was later found parked in the lot of the facility, but she never returned home. And there was no further activity on her cell phone or iPad or any of her devices. She was seen leaving the facility, as we've heard, by a couple employees, and they saw her leave, and they said that she had all of her belongings with her. So in the days leading up to her disappearance, Kada had told friends and family that she was receiving harassing phone calls from an unknown individual. Law enforcement believes that she did not disappear voluntarily. We've heard that. And then the investigation and key developments. 21-year-old man named Keon King has been arrested, or was arrested, on October the 15th, and he was charged in connection with her disappearance. He was charged with kidnapping, stalking, and a couple other related offenses. He was the last person to have communications with her. Investigators recovered a vehicle of interest, a gold 1999 Toyota Camry. I think you guys remember they were looking at that vehicle because it belonged to him, of course. Let me pop that up on the screen. This car belonged to Keon King, and they thought maybe she was inside the car, right? And I thought maybe she was too. And welcome in, everybody. Hey, Kitsy Cats. Hey, Casey. Thank you for the. I did have a great birthday. Hey, Kira. Welcome in. Hey, Laura. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see you guys. Yeah, I know. I saw a couple of people go live, and I was like, I better go live and talk about this and get this story out. So, they found the vehicle. So obviously they looked, because I'm going to tell you now, they didn't find her in the vehicle. They didn't find her in the car, which I thought they were going to. I mean, a part of me thought, by looking at this picture with all the tent, I thought maybe they were going to find her in the car. But the way the dogs were acting on the video that we could see, they weren't really jumping up on the car, like alerting. So that kind of made me feel like, maybe she's not in the vehicle. But he was arrested and he is actually being held right now on a $2.5 million bail. He has done this offense before, kidnapping anyway, and he got off with that earlier this year. So he should have been in jail, but he wasn't. Authorities are continuing to search the area, but they did find human remains. The remains were found at the abandoned middle school that we were talking about the other day. They found them there, and they were in a shallow grave. So we're going to listen to the police chief, and he's going to tell us what we need to know. What we need to know. So let's listen in. And if you guys don't mind, take a second, hit the like button for me.
To give you an update on the case regarding 23-year-old Kada Scott, who went missing on October 4th.
I'm going to check something. See if I can find it a little louder. Well, when I put this in, it doesn't even come in. This is all 3 days ago. I just saw a bunch of them from now. So let me see. Maybe if I just put in her name. Maybe if I go to YouTube. Maybe that's what we need to do. Let's do that. Maybe that's where I was seeing it. Because I couldn't really hear that one. I'll make sure you guys can hear it. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll watch that in a minute. That shows them there. Live chopper. Let's try this one. Okay. This one's louder. Let's try this one.
Any tips, and the public has been fantastic in providing tips and information, and we greatly appreciate that. But based on a tip that came in last night through the night, investigators began the process of following up on that tip this morning, starting around 10 o'clock this morning, following up on that tip. And the tip was very specific that led us back to this location here today. What you all know, we were out here earlier in the week doing a little bit of a search. And so based on the investigative information, and based on the investigation and what they were following up on that tip today, led us back to this area behind the school, where it's a wooded area. I don't know if any of you have been back there, but it's a wooded area that goes beyond the school. And so we begin to go back into that area where we will locate a shallow grave after being able to remove some of the debris back there, able to locate the body of a human being. All indications at this point is that it's a female. We are not going to confirm at this point that it is Miss Kada Scott, because that has to be done by the medical examiner's office. But we have been in communication with her family as to this process, and the fact that we have recovered a human being. And so at this point, it's still a lot of work to be done. I'll be very candid that we can't answer but so many questions. We're not going to get into the investigation at this point, because we want to make sure that all of the pieces to this are done correctly, and that we don't put out information ahead of time, because we want the people and the person that we have in custody and anybody else that may be involved in this, we want them held accountable. to the highest degree of the law for what they have done. And so I just want that to be clear as to why we will not get into specific details. And so that's where we're at this point. Still a lot of work, but I must say a lot of work has been done around this case. As you know, we've been searching, have done multiple searches. We shut down the police academy. That was a decision made by myself and Commissioner Bethel to shut down the police academy over a week ago, where we brought out the entire group of recruits to comb through this area. Again, so I know, listen, no one is happy that this is the ending, and completely understand that this is a lot on our investigators, a lot on all of us, because again, we all have family members, and this could have been any one of our family members, could be anybody's family member, and that's understood, and that's the reason that you see the tireless work that's been done by starting with Northwest Detectives, and then by homicide, by our partners through the FBI, through our forensics office, through any and everybody that has been a part of this process, because we wanted to bring some level of closure to this family. And so, again, we're going to wait until we have official confirmation on, as the medical examiner is going to do their process, and then we will bring that confirmation. But that's where we are right now. Again, I can't reiterate enough how much we appreciate, tips and information that have come in from the public. I still will urge the public that if you have any information, anything that you think is related to this, continue to give us that information via 215-686-TIPS. Still continue to give us that information, because again, we don't know if there are other individuals that have been a victim of this individual that we have in custody. And so I just want that to be clear, that please continue to provide that information if you have anything. But that's where we are at this point. I would also ask you to continue to pray for Ms. Scott's family.
What's the process of getting that official confirmation on whether it's her?
Well, at this point now, we're on the medical examiner's timeline. And so they will, the body will be recovered and transported to the medical examiner's office, and then they will go through their...
I didn't do that. I don't know why he's doing that. Internet's good over here. Come on. Oh, now he's probably going to go back to the beginning. Oh, great. Okay, where were we at?
By our partners through the FBI, through any and everybody that has been a part of you, to provide that information if you have anything. But that's where we are at this point. I would also ask you to continue to pray for Ms. Scott's family.
What's the process of getting that official confirmation on whether it's her or not?
Well, at this point now, we're on the medical examiner's timeline. And so they will, the body will be recovered and transported to the medical examiner's office, and then they will go through their...
Oh, it's like right when he gets here, it does it. Okay, we're just going to rewind him a little, or fast forward him, I mean. Oh, that's so weird. It's like right when we get to a certain point. Okay, let's go back. Now I'm just confusing it. My internet's fine. What are you doing to me today, internet? Okay, I'm gonna let's see where we're at. Okay, we're at 4:35. Maybe I could try a different one.
Last night through the night.
We'll go to this again and we'll see. If not, I'll try another one, but it might not be as loud. It's like right here, it stops. I just took the other one down too. I'm gonna leave that up. I'm gonna go find another video. That's so crazy. If I can find it. Okay, no, that's the day ago. Oh wait, it's because we went to YouTube last time. I keep going to Google. But yeah, that one's just like froze on us. I'm gonna try not to go back to the same one. This is the same one, I think. This is 3 days ago. Okay, here's another one. I'm going to go to the 4-minute, 39-second mark to make sure it doesn't mess up. It stops right there too. That's so weird. Deborah, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that more than you know. Thank you. Well, Carl, come on, Carl. He looks like Carl Winslow. Can nobody tell me different? Okay, let's see if he talks here. I have full faith. There we go. Okay, now we're stopping again. I really just want to hear him mostly. Let's see if we fast forward this one. This is so crazy. I wonder if anybody else had this problem.
As well.
You know what? It's something with, I think, their tape, because when I go here, it's doing it still. Let's see.
A lot of wooded area. And so
okay. They're both talking now. Let's go back to the one that has the good volume, and we're going to try something. So it is the actual
understand that it's not an easy process. And when you
think he's just going to skip for a minute. It's the actual audio, like the video. It's not me.
Here,
I thought it was.
Make no mistake about it. If we had located the body yesterday, this in terms of this discovery would not. This person has been deceased for a few days, and so for some time. I'm not going to say how many days, but this didn't just happen yesterday, and so yeah, we did a lot of work, and again, I'm proud of the men and women in this organization that have been doing the work to try to locate Miss Scott, and again, in our minds, we know this was a possible reality, and here we are. Unfortunately,
does the timeline match up?
There's a timeline of what?
In terms of when she went missing and how long it looks like that
as I said, I am not going to get into any of the investigative process because I don't want to mess up this case. And I don't want anyone picking apart what we say and trying to create a defense. I want to make sure that we do our jobs in the most diligent way. We give the district attorney's office an opportunity to do their job in the most diligent way, and that we get a prosecution on this incident here. And so I'm not going to get into any parts of the investigation.
I like them.
Not out of disrespect, but just simply because I want to make sure that the person we have in custody and anybody else that was involved in this, that they are held accountable the way that they should be. And so that's why I'm not getting into the specifics of the case.
I can respect that, I can, even though it sucks because I want to hear details, but I mean, I can understand that. I can respect it.
Specific tip that came in, could you get into more detail about what was specific about it? Is it in location and was it from a community member?
I won't get into the specifics. It was an anonymous tip that came in through our tip line, as we have been asking for. But it was very specific as to detailing us and directing us to a specific location in the wooded area, going back to your question, a very specific location that narrowed it down. Don't know who the tip is from, but grateful that the individual submitted the tip that brought us back here to this location this morning.
Another one of Keon King's girls.
Forget the cursing and the yelling at you guys. It just shows that there's passion behind this. What do you want to say about the passion of the community? They were out here, as you know, last night searching as well. Just your thoughts on just the community's involvement in this case.
Listen, I am not offended by the passion that some of the remarks that have been made as we were walking back. I'm not offended at all, because that's people's emotion, and this is an emotional situation, and so it's to be understood. However, I know what we have done in the amount of hours that have been put into this process of trying to locate Miss Scott.
I bet you the family showed up, and I bet you, this is just me, That's just me. I bet the family showed up and they wanted to go back where she was. I mean, I can only imagine being a mother or a father, and your child as laying in the woods in a shallow grave. You would probably want to run to them and be with them. I mean, that's the only reason why I can think of why they would be so mad at the police, to where they're cussing or people are cussing. And that's the only thing I could think of is maybe, just a little upset right now. Cause I mean, I would be too. Shit. And people might be a little mad because Keon King should have been in jail. How about that one?
I know the work that has been done to bring the individual in the custody that we have in custody. And I know the work that these investigators will continue to do to ensure that we wrap this case up and that we do everything to hold the people accountable in the proper way. And so listen, we can't be upset at that. I mean, that's emotion. If that was my family member or if I was someone I knew, I would have the same level of emotion. And listen,
maybe
to be quite frank about it, the reason I go through the steps of what we have done is because not every community member, they don't know that we shut down the police academy to bring 300 recruits up here to go searching through an area. They don't know that. They don't know that we had teams of dogs from New Jersey State Police come into Philadelphia to help us in the search process. They don't know that. And so it's my job to make sure that I express that so that they know that this police department, we took this case serious. We take every case serious. But the work that's been done to again, bring this to some conclusion. Is this the conclusion that we wanted? Absolutely not. But at this point now, we have to do everything in our power to ensure that we bring justice for this family and some level of closure. And so to answer that, no, it's understandable. Listen, that passion you need, because that's also the passion that helps you drive in the tips. That's the passion that gets you to have the support from the community and getting the information that we got. And so it's understandable.
I wish someone would ask him, like, he probably won't say if it's her or not, but maybe somebody could ask him, like, is the victim that you found, what is she wearing? Right? Or can you tell us, is she wearing the same clothing as, the black scrubs that, Kada was last seen in? Can you give us, something like that? He probably would say no, but he might.
Hear from the ADA as well.
Absolutely.
Once and if it is confirmed that this is Kada, what does this mean for King?
It means that we do our job. It means that we take everything that we know, we take everything that we found out today, we let the MEs do what they do, and then everything will come to us and we'll make the determination of whether we add additional charges.
And what would those additional charges?
Murder.
Once we hear from the ME, I'll have a better answer on that. Obviously, we're like you said, we're going in order. Right now, we're on to the ME. They're going to do their investigation. As soon as we hear from them, it'll guide us in what we do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
One last question. So 10 a.m. you guys arrived here. At what time did you guys make the discovery of the remains? Is there an estimate?
They were in here too.
Okay. Later in that, yeah. Earlier. Because when I say they were here, they were looking for, evidence and other things that would drive us directly where we need to be.
Okay. 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 Got it. Thank you.
Don't tell me that don't look like Carl Winslow. He's going to get the job done. He's going to get the job done. But he does look like him. He really does look like Carl Winslow. As soon as I saw him, if you guys have never watched Family Matters, look up Family Matters, the dad off of Family Matters. He was a cop too. Wasn't he? Wasn't he a cop? Yeah, Teddy Mac, don't you remember Family Matters? I'm going to look it up. Carl Winslow. Oh my, right here. Look at, you tell me right now. Oh my, this guy does look like him. Look. That's him. I bet you. Looks just like him. And he was a big guy too. He was a big guy on the show. I like I like that he's not telling us a whole lot. I mean, I knew he wouldn't, but I wish he would. That's literally him. Yeah. Literally the same guy. I think it's him. I think we should ask him. So basically, if you're just now joining us, human remains were found of a woman, and in a wooded area behind an abandoned middle school. And it was they were found in a shallow grave. So I'm going to show you guys this because this little tape here, I don't know if there's any volume. No, there's not. But this is where they found her. So you can see there's a few different people back there. Someone just picked up like a shovel or something in his hand. And then you got these people down here. I think that's Carl Winslow right there. And that's the other cop in the white shirt that we just saw that he was walking with. And then these two other detectives, I would assume. Yeah, like they're bringing out the shovels or something. Yeah, those were all shovels. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they have 3 shovels that he's bringing out, and one of them still has like debris on it, like vine or something, or some sort of like leaves that are just wrapped in it. Now, this area, like if you go back, like this area is pretty hidden, I mean, I think you would have to know what you're looking for. These officers weren't messing around. And then he just looked down in there, so it looks like it's right there where that guy's hand is, where he's moving around. Like you can't see it because the trees cover it up, but I think it's right behind the brush of trees there. Oh, that's so sad. Yes, this crime scene looks like that. His back of his jacket might say that. I'm not sure though. It does. Crime scene unit. Yeah, and he's bending down, so he's getting more shovels. So I'm thinking that's the area. Oh, that's the brush, and then to make sure that they don't need to get any evidence. The shift was a sifter. Now I hope while they're doing this that they had someone, going to her parents' house. They've got a lot of people back there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 walking. And then we got some people here in the brush line. But I don't know how many people were there. So there's like 7 or 8 people back there. That's a lot for a crime scene. Get some of those people out of there. Like that guy's taking pictures right here. Because I saw his camera. So, I mean, he's crime scene, unit. Wow, that's a lot of officers. What is he carrying that thing? Looked like a defibrillator almost at first. Now, they said it was a shallow grave. I'm assuming that he probably didn't do okay, so I'm assuming, this is just me assuming too, right? So I'm assuming, okay. I don't know if this was premeditated or not, but if it wasn't, let's say it wasn't, he would have had to have taken the body back there, carried it back there, and then went back to the car, got the shovel, and then dug the grave, buried the body, and left. That's a lot of labor, like more than what it sounds. I'm thinking that's what he did, though. I'm thinking that's why it was so shallow. I'm thinking if he would have, if this was premeditated in the fact that he had the grave ready beforehand, it probably would have been a little bit deeper. I would assume. I don't. That's just me assuming. He could just be a dumb criminal and he thought 2 inches was fine, or 2 feet was fine, or whatever he dug up. Yeah. So yeah, and that's who was standing, I think, there too. That could have been the FBI or detectives, or both. But yeah, so I wanted just to come on and let you guys know what was going on with Kada, and we'll be hearing, I'm sure, some more within the next few days. As of right now, they're not going to tell us too much until they get the ME report back. Now they may wait for toxicology, but if, let's say, the ME comes back and they say, hey, her thyroid bone is broken, so they know, okay, strangulation, that happened, then they may come out and say it's a murder, and we might hear that in a couple days. It's the weekend. I don't know if the ME works on the weekend. That's a good question. I'm sure that they transport the bodies, like the people do, like on the weekends, to the coroner. But I don't know if they just put them, not to sound like morbid, but in the freezers, and they just, come in on Monday and do that. I'm not sure. So we might hear something sooner than later. I hope, hopefully sooner. And that's what I was thinking too, as I was saying that. How did he get the body down there? That would be dead weight, unless he somehow got her down there. And I don't think she would have walked out in the woods like that with him. I mean, that's like kind of like behind the school or to the side of the school. I'm not sure exactly where in correlation to the middle school it is, but it's right where that rundown middle school is. I thought they were going to find her inside the middle school, but they found her behind it, or to the side of it, but into the woods. Back, it was back in the woods a lot. So, but Carl Winslow is on the case, so I think that, we'll hear some stuff as soon as he can tell us. But I will be back tonight. I'm going to do an Idaho 4 live. I have a podcast for you guys to listen to with me. It's from Real FBI Profilers. I don't know. There's 2 parts to it. This is part 1 we're going to go over because it's pretty long. Also, some new documents have come out. I haven't got through all those yet. Oh, did I I just read that. Okay. I think that, yeah, so there's just some stuff that we're going to go through. I think, am I really hearing this? Okay, so the defendant's objection to the state's request for additional restitution, I think that they're asking for the urns, for the money for I don't know. It's just really sad. Either way. And then there's like an order unsealing, redacting. So we have a list of what they're going to send out. They have 14 days. You know how they do. They've been giving us clumps of documents at a time. So what they're doing right now is they have a list that they give to the prosecution, to the defense. It's the next set of list of documents that were sealed. And they're going to say, do you have any objection? Do you have any objection? If they both say no, then they'll send them out without any redactions. If one of the 2 say, hey, we want this redacted, the court more than likely will redact it. So, but yeah, I have that for you. And I think something else too. Maybe that's it. Oh, Olivia Gonzalez did a new video. She's done some more TikTok. She's back on TikTok, but the one that I wanted to show you there was one also that she did one of her dad. Oh my goodness. It's sad. I mean, it's just sweet. It's supposed to be a sweet video, but as soon as it started playing, I cried almost. I had to turn it. I was like, this is so sad. So, yeah, he could have blindfolded her. But I think that after a certain amount of steps, I would be like, okay, where the heck are we going? But he could have been he could have had a weapon to her. After she came out of there. I don't know. It's just crazy. I think she walked out with the intention of walking back in. I don't know if she was going to quit her job, and that's why she took her stuff with her, though. I mean, it's so confusing. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. Next time you see me, I'll be on camera. I was just getting ready for tonight's live when I saw that, and I was like, oh, I got to get on really quick to let you guys know. So I'll be back on, like I said, tonight. And let me see. Thank you again, Deborah, for becoming a new member. I appreciate that so much. And yeah, I'll see you here in a little bit. 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll schedule it here very shortly. And I'll see you guys all then. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now.